Hi, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be looking at the Guardian Tarot by Beth Seelinen. I think that's how you say her name. This is a tarot deck produced and published by Schiffer or Red Feather, and it comes in a lovely cardboard sturdy box with a ribbon pull to open and magnetic close, and you get further information upon Beth inside. In this box, you are given an instruction book, or guidebook should I say, and the beautiful Guardian Tarot deck. So, this deck was produced by Beth after she had an experience where she apparently went into a field and she was looking at some trees, and she could see one tree that was quite dwindled and burnt, kind of, really bare. And then she looked at all the other trees in comparison with all the beautiful green leaves, and she could just see this connection in nature. And from there, she thought about the idea of guardians of trees, and the Guardian Tarot was born. You can find further information upon Beth on her website if you wish to go there, or if you do get this deck, it's all in this guidebook, which is colour printed. And here's the contents. Look, beautiful flowers. It's all very nature based. There are some really nice pieces of information in here about each card, and you do get like a miniature version of each card within the guidebook. It is in total, let me see, 103 pages in length, and there are a couple of spread examples in this as well. It's a really nice little guidebook, ideal for this deck. So, the deck itself, I will just go closer on my shot for you. Okay, so these cards are glossy, so they do have a tendency to be quite sticky when they're being shuffled. However, I don't see that as a problem, but some of you might. The backs are reversible, as you can see, and it is a beautiful deck to use. But some people have some reservations because they feel that the figures in the decks look eyeless, where I think if you tried to put eyes on these decks, it would just look peculiar. So here goes. I'll give you a walkthrough. First of all, we have the Fool. You can see each of the figures in this deck are wooden, tree-like figures with the branches growing out of her head there. She almost looks like she's running on water. And then we have the Magician. I love this card. It's one of my favourites in this deck. It looks like the Magician's actually using a Ouija board there, and those beautiful autumnal leaves sprouting from her head. And I love the colours. It's just beautifully done. The High Priestess. Not my favourite High Priestess card, but still very pretty. The Empress. How gorgeous is this card? The Empress and the Child. Definite motherhood and nature in there with those beautiful green leaves sprouting from their heads. And the Emperor. Very red and vivid, this card. The Hierophant. I quite like this card. The Lovers. And the Chariot. I'm not sure this is my favourite Chariot card, but still, it's a lovely card. Strength. This is just gorgeous. I love the sunset behind the figure and the leaves there surrounding that archway door. The Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Not the most typical Wheel of Fortune card there, but certainly different. Justice with the scales. And this one here is Suspend, or what would be known normally as the Hanged Man. I much prefer this card. I think the idea of suspension is so much better. I love the leaves falling into the water and the purple hills in the background, just beautiful. Death. Temperance. And the Devil. I think the Devil is one of the prettiest devil cards I've ever seen. It's not at all, like, you know, scary in any way. It's just beautiful. The Tower. It's like smashed glass. It's wonderful, isn't it? The Star. Such a beautiful, beautiful card. The Moon. The Sun. Oh, I'm dropping cards today. Sticky fingers day today because it's so hot. Judgment. Interesting card there. And the World. So that's the major arcana. Moving on to the minor arcana, we've got the Wands, the Ace of Wands. I love this card with the birds, it's just so pretty. The Two of Wands, and I love the little tower that the figures stood in, watching the birds and waiting. Three of Wands, looks like birthday candles. And the Four of Wands. Five of Wands. Six of Wands. And the Seven. How colourful and pretty is this card? And we have the Eight of Wands. I love the colours in this card. I'm not so keen on the card, but I love the colours, if that makes sense. Nine of Wands, with the leaves growing along like the twigs. It almost looks like hair there, doesn't it? And the Ten of Wands. And then we have the Page. And the Knight. And the Queen. And the King. Moving on to the cups, we have Ace of Cups. It's quite a different Ace of Cups, this one. I love the swirl there on the centre of the figure. Two of Cups, I'm picking up two cards there. Two of Cups. Three of Cups. I think this is just divine. The idea of, like, you know, meetings and get-togethers and like the sisterhood, and they're all stood together but you can almost see through them. It's just beautiful. Four of Cups. The Five of Cups. And the Six of Cups. Seven. I love the little church there in that sphere. Eight of Cups. And the Nine of Cups. And the 10. That's such a lovely Ten of Cups card. And then we have the Page of Cups. I love the lighthouse there in the background. And the Knight. Interesting Knight card, that one for me. Very interesting. I love the eagle there flying, and it's got like this tail just carries on out of the card. Almost like an aeroplane trail or vapor trail. Queen of Cups. She looks quite happy and content there. And the King of Cups. Moving on to the swords. Ace of Swords. The Two of Swords. Three of Swords. The Four of Swords. And the Five of Swords. That looks quite sinister, but it's leaves. It does look a bit like blood. Six of Swords. And the Seven of Swords. And the Eight. and the 9. That is quite a scary 9 of Swords. Certainly the idea of nightmares comes through there. And the 10 of Swords, this broken, defeated kind of card. Certainly very thorough in the imagery there with the message. Page of Swords. And the Knight of Swords. How gorgeous is that? And the Queen of Swords. And the King of Swords. And finally the Pentacles. So all the traditional suits are used in this deck. The Ace of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 4, and the 5 of Pentacles. This is usually such a different card. It's usually always that kind of lonely, being on your own kind of card, isn't it? This idea of people outside a building looking in on the light, whereas this, to me, they're looking towards the moonlight, but there's a lot more joy in this card than the average 5 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. I love the horse, but I love horses, so I'm biased. And the 7. And the 8. How lovely is that? And the 9. And then the 10 of Pentacles. And I think this is such a beautiful 10 of Pentacles card. It's just joy and happiness and contentment. Yeah. And then we've got the Page. And the Knight. And the Queen. And the King. So that's the Guardian Tarot. As I've said, it's quite a chunky deck. The card quality is absolutely superb. Whilst it's a little sticky due to it being quite high gloss and shiny, I have no problem shuffling it whatsoever. I know some people do have an issue with the eyeless figures in this deck. I don't. I think the deck is really nice to work with and to handle, and it's had some, well, I've had some really good readings with it. I like this deck so much that I have a brand new copy, sealed, ready for somebody to have once I reach 100 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So if you'd like to be in with a chance of winning a copy of the Guardian Tarot, then please do share my channel. Make sure I get to 100 subscribers, and then I will be doing a random draw pick to find the winner of this brand new Guardian Tarot deck. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed watching my video, and I hope it's given you some good information upon the Guardian Tarot. If you have any questions or any comments, then drop them below. Thanks for watching. Take care.